Mention the Port of Portland and most folks think about PDX, Portland's, of course, beloved airport. But today it wasn't a new terminal or airport restaurants that port commissioners were talking about. Instead, it was the Trump administration and threats of losing millions of dollars in federal funding if the port doesn't disavow its DEI initiatives. Here's Kyla Boshi.
Port of Portland commissioners found themselves in an uncomfortable position.
This is hard for me to vote.
In deciding whether to revoke the port's 7-year-old social equity policy.
And in some ways, we're being forced to make a trade-off, obviously, that we really don't want to make.
The port's executive director said revoking the policy was a necessary move following the Trump administration's crackdown on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Nearly $145 million in federal funding was at stake.
The port is a designated federal contractor, and it has of late become clear that we must meet federal compliance expectations.
The Port of Portland relies heavily on those federal dollars to help manage PDX, as well as the Hillsborough and Troutdale airports. It also operates the city's marine shipping terminals.
If this were a small portion of our program or our organization, this might be an easier conversation. It is a substantial portion of our funding.
During Monday's online meeting, port commissioners expressed their discomfort.
This is a very hard decision. It's a hard reality. It's a hard decision in a boiling vat of hard realities.
There was overwhelming public testimony sent in asking port leaders to keep the equity policy in place. But in the end, the commission voted to revoke it.
We will continue to believe in those values, that we will continue to demonstrate those values.
Even before the vote, the port had scrubbed DEI from its website. This is an old screen grab. Instead, visitors were redirected elsewhere on the website. The port is the latest organization to buckle under the Trump administration's threat of cutting funding if they don't disavow their DEI initiatives. As we previously reported, the Portland-based Bonneville Power Administration also gutted its diversity programs earlier this year. Kyla Boshi, KGW News.
So let us know what you think. Are you concerned about the port rolling back these DEI policies, or is it no big deal to you? Send us your thoughts to thesstory@kgw.com or leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.